Dipset versus the Lox was one of the most iconic nights in New York hip hop, hands down. So here's what I'll say. Verzuz wasn't a mistake. It was a moment, a big one for the history books. Dipset versus the Lox was one of the most iconic nights in New York hip hop, hands down. And Cam, Jim, Juelz, the whole crew, they stood on that stage and gave us something unforgettable. But let's be honest about what came with it. That Verzuz had real consequences. Cam was in the middle of negotiating a multi-million-dollar tour. Dipset was about to hit the road, running up stages city to city. And just when the bag was coming together, Verzuz came knocking. But Jim was so passionate about it, he wasn't thinking about the check. He was thinking about the culture, the legacy, and the garden. And when a brother says, "I'll give you every dollar I make just to perform in Madison Square Garden," you know it's bigger than the money at that point. But even with all that strategy, the Verzuz ended up changing the playbook. The performance got crazy, things looked chaotic, and promoters started pulling out. Cities dropped off and the tour fell apart, not because of failure, but because the moment became bigger than expected. Now that's not Dipset's fault. If anything, it shows how powerful that performance really was. But sometimes, when you do something legendary in the moment, you lose out on whatever was next. You give the people a show, you might risk the structure behind it. And the crazy part? Cam didn't even want to do it at first, but he stepped up because Jim Jones was passionate and because the city needed it at that time. And I respect that. I respect Dipset for showing up even when the business wasn't ideal at first. Verzuz was legendary. It just came with a price, but I'll never say they were wrong for doing it. If anything, it showed who they really are. Artists who live for the stage, who risk it all for the moment. And that's why Dipset will always be iconic in my book.